Hello there, it's Evan here. I realised I haven't done one of these videos in quite a while where I just kind of share my thoughts about what's going on for anyone that might be interested and might be following my journey and listening to my music. So I'm out for a walk with Mr. Rio right now and thought might just get my phone out and film and talk about what's been going on, how my music journey is progressing. We're in May 2026. So I think the last video I did must have been at least 3 months ago, I can't really remember. But since then, things have been overall pretty good. I think one of the biggest lessons that I've been kind of experiencing, I already knew it in my head, but I've definitely been experiencing it as of late, is that life is a roller coaster as fuck. And it's up and down and you just got to ride it, and when you're in the down moment, trust that it will come up, but when you're in the high moment also, it's going to come down really. So be grateful for the fact that you're on a high moment and experience it, and try and be in the present, because we need, oh, you're right, boy. We need the low moments to appreciate the high moments. We need the dark to appreciate the light. So the last few months have been up and down. I've been releasing songs. In all honesty, how successful I deem those releases to be depends entirely on what angle I'm looking at, what kind of perspective I'm taking. I really love the songs, and I'm really happy that I can release whatever music I want. I produce it all myself. I've pretty much been a one man person in all of these songs. I haven't really had any help, which means I have full creative control. I get to say what I want to say and get to do with the visuals what I want to do and stuff, and I don't have a team or anything, so I'm doing it all myself, which creates, of course, challenges, and there's no budget, but I have freedom to do what I want to do within the bounds of what I'm able. So that's a really positive thing. This year I've released Controlo, Do It Alone, and Caught Up in Love, and also I featured on Paris Emperor with my dear friend Raquel, which was fun. Looking at it from the output, from like, okay, how are these doing streams, how much money have they made, all of that, in all honesty, they've been real flops, as kind of most of my music so far. I'm about 8 years in. They say it takes 10 years to start getting anywhere in music. So a lot of lows have come from really looking at the output, looking at, oh, this only got so many streams, it dropped 10% from the last song or whatever, and only whatever percent of your followers listen to it. And if you look at all of that, you're never going to be happy. But I was looking at all of that for a long time, and I'm really trying not to, and just really trying to hone it into myself that I should just release the music that I want to from my heart, do it in the way that I wish, and things will come naturally, like trust the process, all of these things that you hear your whole life, but it's really hard to do them when it actually comes to it. But the next like 5 singles that I'm releasing are my favorites of this next album that I'm putting together, and to me they're like the 5 lead singles. The first 3 that I've released have sort of been testers for me. As much as I love them, I wouldn't have really, if I was a massive artist, they wouldn't have been singles for me. But you gotta put out singles now instead of albums if you want to gain momentum. So been putting out roughly one a month. But yeah, the next song is called I Don't Need You, and that's going to come out in about a week, and I'm very, very excited for that. That's probably what I would consider the lead single of the album. So I've just been filming loads of content. Content's been a struggle, as it always is, but I'm trying to find ways to make engaging content that is easy for me to film, because I've found that if it's too difficult, like, I'm just not going to do it. And that's maybe a weakness that I have, and being an independent artist is being everything. And I'm really lucky, I mean, to produce, mix, master, record all of that of my own music. I don't need to outsource any of that. It's a skill that I've honed over 8 years, all of those things. But being the actual artist is still something that I think I'm growing into, and more I am growing into it. Doing the content is the hardest part of that. And also, it's like there's two things that counter each other, where I feel like I want to be on social media to post every day and try and grow my following and find fans and things like that. But I also am really trying to not consume social media. I'm really trying to not spend 2 hours looking at Instagram Reels every day, which is tough. I'm doing much better. And most days I'm not really going on there, at least for a couple of weeks. And I really want to try and distance myself from my phone. That's like a big life goal of mine right now. I want to be the exception to the norm of everyone just kind of scrolling through their life. And I want to completely not be part of any of those social media platforms, but I have to post on them and go on them to reply to comments and everything, and those things are designed to be addicting and to draw you in. So it's an interesting conundrum that I'm trying to deal with. So that's another thing. I have been able to, I think, break the TikTok cycle. I haven't looked at any TikTok videos in a long time. So if I can crack that with Instagram, that'll be amazing, and I'll have so much more free time. And I did it for a week. For a week I didn't even open Instagram. And I like made 3 new songs that week, and I was so creative and felt like I had so much mental clarity. And I think that it's probably related to that. So yeah, that's another thing. I've been reading a lot, getting inspired. I had some lower moments maybe a month ago. Had some a difficult family situation. Really contemplating my life here in the Algarve as well, whether it's the best place for me, and I'm making moves to kind of put myself in a situation and in an environment which is more suitable for independent music. But in the last couple of weeks I've felt really full and grateful, and the shows we've been doing at Lobos, the occasional performing I've been doing, and otherwise sound engineering, has been really fun. They've all been successful, and there's an amazing community here, and I have some really fun trips coming up as well, which aren't music related, but for me the two kind of pillars that I've found for my life for happiness are music and spending time with friends and family, and have a lot of time with friends coming up in different countries and everything, so I'm very excited for that. So yeah, I think life is a roller coaster. That's the main message. Ronan Keating said it himself, and I think that's about it. So please go listen to I Don't Need You, and I'm also releasing a B-side, You're Never There. It's probably really dumb in terms of streaming to release a B-side when I'm not getting many streams, but it's part of, I want to, like, I feel like these two songs really work well together in terms of message and genre, and I wanted to put 2 songs out on the same day instead of just one, so that will be coming soon. And thank you for watching this if you did. It's cool if you did, and yeah, I will see you soon. Bye bye.